69, please. Let me just show you. For the newcomers, I'm repeating Students Book, page 69. Coming of Age Festival, Korean Festival. That's it. So let me just start reflecting my page to you. I'm sure everyone can see this. So let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. Okay. Here we go. So as you see, today it's a different culture and it's a different celebration from one of the world's countries. This is Korea. So Far East countries' cultures are always different than the Middle East ones. So this must be new for us because we haven't seen such a thing before. So coming of age event, coming of age festival, what it is, we will just take a look and see. But before that, I just want you to answer one simple question to me. Normally, I always repeat, you are teenagers, I'm an adult, your parents are adults, your grandparents are adults. Normally, you are teenagers. So, this is a celebration of becoming an adult. I mean, just passing through just being teenager to becoming an adult. This celebration is about that one. But normally, in order to be considered an adult, how old do you have to be? How old do you have to be when you become an adult? Let's think about legally. In
18.
18, right? Yes, that's it. 18. In order to drive a car, in order to just drink an alcohol, I don't know. Yes, you have to be 18 in most of the modern worlds. But here, you have to be 20 to be considered as an adult in Korea. That's the event. So, why do they celebrate when you become an adult? We will see. Normally we read the text in the classrooms, but here I will just make open the listening part. It will read the text. While it is reading, we will just talk about it. I will stop and ask something or comment on something. Then we will do exercise 3. Then we will do exercise 4, of course. So let's just start. What's going on here? And as you can understand from the photo, it takes part in South Korea. So what's going on? Let's see.
CD2, track 19. Listen to the article. Coming of age, Korean style.
Guys, the celebration's name is Coming of Age. So when you see it in somewhere else, please just remember, Coming of Age celebration or event.
Do you know why the third Monday of May is so special in Korea?
So the date is important. The third Monday of May, that's when they celebrate it.
It is because you can only celebrate this day once in your life.
This is again important because you only celebrate this once. You just once turn 20. Okay, there is nothing else. You just turn 20 once in your life. That's why this is the one-time celebration of your life.
It is Korea's coming of age day, something traditionally celebrated by both young men and women in the same year that they
Guys, as you can see on the photos, only girls are just being shown, but normally boys celebrate it too. So there is no gender difference here. Girls and boys, when they turn 20, they celebrate it on the third Monday of May.
turn 20 years old. After this serious and special day, these ex-teenagers will be adult members of society. In the ceremony, they become aware of the importance of being an adult and leading the future of Korea.
So there are bold words and there are exercises about it. That's why I will just explain this. Become aware of. What does it mean? It means you know what's going on now. You are aware of your environment. You are aware of your country's situation. You know them now because you are an adult. Okay, you are responsible for these. So you become aware. Okay, that's what they means. You just know it.
So, What do you have to do if you want to take part in this festival?
So this is again important because you will see on the questions too. Do only Koreans join this festival, or can foreigners join too? Can tourists join this one too? Let's see.
You have to wear traditional Korean clothes, known as hanbok.
Hanbok? I just want to show the picture because it's so interesting. This is the traditional Korean coming of age costume. Let's check this girl. See, she seems very beautiful, very interesting clothes, very colorful, like a princess. And by the way, it's not specific to only boys. It's not specific to girls. Boys are wearing something cultural too. See, this is boys' version, traditional clothes. Boys are wearing too. Just like that. This is hanbok, okay? It's the special name for Korean clothes. Let's continue.
These are colorful and beautiful. The young people sit in special seats in large groups. It's so impressive that it's turned into a real tourist attraction in Korea, while some foreign students actually take part in the celebration themselves.
So, you don't have to be Korean to join this festival. Foreign students can just join too when they turn 20.
During the ceremony, the children bow to their parents out of respect.
Okay. Bow is the bold word here. What does it mean? Generally, it's considered of greeting. How do we greet each other in Turkey? We generally shake hands or we just kiss each other, right? But in Korea, in Far East culture, people just bow. They just lower their head to make you sure. Let's just show something. But just like this one, they bow, okay? This is part of greeting. It's like way of saying hello, or it's just showing respect. So this is a special ceremony. That's why people just bow to their parents, and the parents bow to their children as well.
In turn, the parents also bow to their children to recognize their children's pledge to be responsible adults.
Okay, now pledge is again bold word, so let's explain. When you say, in the ceremony, when people turn to 20, they just promise to their parents. They just pledge to their parents. Promise and pledge are the same. What does it mean? Oh, mom and dad, I will become a very responsible citizen. I will be very useful to my country, blah, blah, blah. So these are pledges. These are promises that you make. Okay?
Sadly, many of these customs are now seen as quite old-fashioned and are often not passed on to the next generation.
So, these are old-fashioned. Maybe modern teenagers do not want to join these anymore, but they just make the modern version of it.
Is there a fun part? For sure. You can take lots of great snaps. And of course, there are the gifts you...
So snap is bold word, so let's check. Normally, there is one application, maybe you heard it, Snapchat. What does it mean? You just take photos and send it to your friends, right? Just photos, snaps, and photos are the same. Snapchat, okay? You just chat with via photos, via snaps. Photos, snaps.
Receive on your special day. For girls, the most popular presents these days include jewelry, bags, perfume, or cosmetics. While for boys, watches, electric shavers, or aftershave are all well-liked.
Okay, well-liked. Well-liked means popular. All the boys like aftershaves, for example, or shavers. These are the presents. They are all well-liked. They are all popular.
However, some girls still prefer the three traditional presents: perfume, flowers, and a kiss. The perfume signifies, please remember me. The flowers represent happiness and beauty. And the kiss, love.
Okay, so represent is one of the bold words here. What does it mean? Normally, you can see this in like Olympic Games. For example, I'm just a great swimmer, so I represent my country in Olympic Games. I'm Turkish. I represent Turkey here. Let's say you are from Japan. So you represent Japan in the Olympic Games, in the international things, okay? What does represent? You got the idea. Here it says the perfume represents this. I mean, what does perfume mean? What does it symbolize? Okay?
And what about the future? Well, there are fears that the traditional Coming of Age Day festival is being lost in Korea. Many young people now decide to organize more modern versions of the ceremony instead. To some young Koreans, 20 might seem a little old to become an adult.
I will ask your opinions about this. Is 20 too late to become an adult?
That's a shame, because it's a totally unique festival.
Okay. So what does unique mean here? Unique means it's original. There is nothing similar to this. Okay? There is nothing similar, nothing same. It's unique, it's original, it's specific to this festival. But again, when we think about it, have you heard such a festival? I think it's unique in Korea or in Far East. Maybe in Japan they do it. But it's not seen in other parts of the world. So it's a unique festival, guys. That's what they mean. Now, I think everybody got the idea. This is a coming of age celebration. Korean teenagers turning into their 20s, and they just celebrated with a big ceremony. Here, in exercise 3, let's just do this quickly. Coming of age day in Korea has or doesn't have a serious side. Like, is it important in their culture? Is it serious? Emirhan? Has or doesn't have, what do you say?
Has.
Of course, it's serious. It's important in their culture. Maybe it may sound a little bit weird to us, but it's important in their culture. So second sentence, foreign people can blah blah the ceremony. Can only watch or just watch and take part in? Can they join into? Do you want to remember, Hilal? Foreign is like outside of Korea. Hilal, are you there? Can foreign people join and watch, or can they only watch? Hilal, I haven't checked the What?
Kim dediniz?
Yes, I said Hilal.
Hilal mi dediniz?
Yes.
Ha, tamam pardon
But
ben
in
Hilal
English,
dediniz
please.
sandım. Bir daha şey yapar mısınız?
In English, please.
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Watch
Okay.
and take part in
The ceremony.
the ceremony. Evet.
So what do you say? Only watch or?
Watch and take part in.
Exactly. Watch and take part in. Thank you. Just follow it, please. Sentence 3. At one point in the ceremony, parents and children do similar or different actions. I suggest you should remember bowing part. Do they do the similar things or different things? Actions. Tyra, can you turn your microphone on and say?
Different.
Are you sure? They were just bowing.
No.
Greeting.
Similar.
Similar actions. Yes, thank you. Because parents bow to their children, children bow to their parents. That's the similar action, okay? Sentence 4. The festival is both serious and fun, or just basically serious? Fidan, what do you think? Is there a fun part? I mean, according to the paragraph, not your opinion, of course.
Teacher, I think both serious and fun.
Exactly, thank you. Of course, it's serious, but it's also fun. They just give presents to each other. I mean, they just enjoy it. I will show you the video about it. Sentence 5. These days, young people can or can't choose between modern and traditional gifts. I mean, is there any option? Can young people do it in modern versions too? Let's just remember. Utku, Cemal Utku, what do you think?
Can.
Yes, thank you. Of course they can change it. They don't have to use the old-fashioned techniques. Nice. The traditional festival is losing popularity or as popular as ever. Just let's remember again. The old-fashioned technique they said. And they want to make it into modern versions. So it's losing popularity. I just say it. The traditional festival is losing popularity, guys. So please make sure you circle the correct answers. If yes, if there are no questions, I'm moving forward. Now we will continue with the bold words here. I explained it while we read, but just to remind you, let's check again. Popular. Check the bold words from the paragraphs, please. Sarp, what do you say? Sarp, are you there? Is Sarp here? Sarp, what do you think? Okay, popular. Which is the bold word in the paragraph for this? Are you writing? Sarp, you said yes. What's the answer? Guys, please just follow it. It's freezing. Okay, let's just help you. Popular means well-liked. So please write well-liked near this. Popular, well-liked are the same. Remember the presents. Boys' presents were all well-liked. 2, start to know. When you start to know something, you become what? You become aware of it. So please write become aware of. And sometimes in the houses, when there's on the garden part, they say aware of, beware of dogs, which means as a warning, they say you should know that there's a dog inside of the house, outside of the house. So you should know it. You should be aware of it. That's what it means. And photos, I said you can remember from the application, Snapchat, snaps, photos. Lower your head in a greeting. This one was specific to Far East culture, I said. But on what was it?
Lower your head in a greeting bow.
Well, yes, that was part of the ceremony. Children and parents are doing that. Worries, it's just fears. I skipped that part because I thought you already knew it. Fears, worries. And not like anything else. What can it be? Not like anything else. It doesn't look like the same with another things. It's original. It was the word unique. Generally, unicorns are unique. Have you ever heard it? There's a saying like this. Unicorns are very unique. So it's specific, it's original. Promise, we said children promise to their parents, I will be a good citizen, I will be very responsible. They pledge. Promise and pledge are the same. Again, represent. You represent your country. Let's say you represent Turkey in Olympic Games, let's say. So you signify. Okay? These are the words. So far, are there any questions? Have you called all of them? Okay. So if you did it, I just want to show you. It's like a news. On this news video, they are just showing how Korean people, how Korean teenagers celebrate their coming of age festival. Then we will discuss. So please pay attention to the video. How do they celebrate it?
This is a very special day for Korean youths in the final years or months or days of teenhood. various events are held to mark their coming of age. Woo Seung help us sample how this transition is traditionally celebrated here in the nation.
Third Monday of May.
First of all, it's a public place. Please be careful with this public place. It's not like indoor part. It's public place. Everyone can join it.
Marks the transition from childhood to adulthood in Korea, and youth who are 20 in Korean age celebrate their coming of age. Around 610,000 South Koreans born in 1999 are celebrating adulthood on Monday. Here at Namsan Hanok Folk Village, 100 boys and girls are starting the next chapter of their lives as men and women. The coming of age ceremony dates back to the early 10th century during the Goryeo dynasty. As the tradition goes, the women have their hair tied into a bun and secured with a pinya.
These are the traditional clothes hanboks. Remember, I showed
A
the
Korean
photo.
traditional hairpin. The men have their hair tied in a top knot and put on a hat woven from horsehair called a kan. After a change of dress, the new adults take part in a tea and snack ceremony before they bow to the parents and elders.
This ritual bowing and wearing traditional clothes, it instills pride in the country, a sense of courteousness, and helps youth gather their thoughts as they enter adulthood.
Reaching the age of maturity comes with a sense of responsibility. In Korea, 19 is the legal age to vote, marry, drive, and drink. The young adults here pledge to live as dutiful citizens, not just of Korea, but of the international.
Look, they pledge, they promise, they read their promises too.
I didn't feel like I was 20 before the ceremony was held, but after learning how to bow and listening to lectures, I really feel like an adult. I feel the responsibility to do well and manage things on my own.
I don't quite feel like an adult just yet, but as I am now, I think I should behave and think courteously and live responsibly.
Now that I'm 20, I feel that I should have a different mindset from when I was a minor and should also live differently.
See how happy they are. Okay, the video continues just like that. So you get the idea now. Let's discuss a little bit. I mean, is it normal or is it acceptable?
The video is not sound.
You couldn't hear?
Yes, a little bit.
Just a little bit. I just turned the volume up. Oh, that's so
Okay.
Okay, I will
Can we repeat?
Okay, let's think. Try.
Country with gifts of roses and
Can you
perfume
hear?
presented to those blossoming into
Like a little bit too.
Okay, what about the listening of the text? Did you hear it? Jada,
Yes.
you could hear that, right? There was no problem. Okay. Maybe it's because of this YouTube video, but normally you should be able to hear my videos as well. Anyway, what I want to say is you have seen this celebration. What do you think? I mean, what kind of a celebration is this? I mean, is number 20 really important? I mean, is it normal to be considered as an adult in your country? Do you have to wait until you are 20 or just 18 is enough? What do you think? Let's just discuss it a little bit. Emirhan?
Is enough.
18 is enough, you say?
Yes.
Why do you think they celebrate being 20 in Korea?
I don't know.
I mean, you have seen the video, we read the text.
Coming to adults.
I know they are becoming adults, and they just say that 20 is the number for becoming an adult. What do you think about that?
I think 80 is enough.
18 is enough, you say. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Fidan, what are your thoughts on this?
Teacher, I think 20 is enough because you can be smarter than 80 and you can do more activities from 18.
Oh, I see. Okay. But let's think about the Western world. Normally, nobody accepts being 20 as an adult. Every country accepts just 18 is enough for in order to drive, in order to vote for your country. So the legal things is about being 18, or you can do your military service after you turn 18. So all the legal paperwork are about being 18, but in Korea they don't accept that.
Teacher, in some countries there are 16 is limits, and why we don't have this?
Do you mean driving a car?
Yes.
I know in the United States, when you turn 16, you can drive a car. I know, but there are different regulations for this, Jara, and all the countries are
But
using
why
different ones.
we don't have this?
I don't know the legal part. You should ask to the president about that. Okay, they manage these things. Maybe in Turkey this is appropriate. That's why. So, any other opinions about just being 20 or 18? Nope. Okay. So please do not leave the meeting. I will just stop the recording part. So I will write your homework on Akbim. Please check. Don't forget to check that. And your mentors will give you the necessary information. Okay. So have a nice weekend, everyone. Take care of yourselves. See you on Monday.